Let's take a look at how the Luka Doncic-led Los Angeles Lakers defended Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs, especially Victor, this match. Right here, the first thing I want to look at, we watched the Phoenix Suns video, linked it down below, how packed and how conscious Lakers defense. Right here, we take a look at it, and right here we see it almost like a zone almost, right, guys? Almost like a zone. Look how compact they are. They're just crowding him with the ball already and making sure we know where Victor Wembanyama is. He's rolling here, tag him a little bit, and again, close out here, and notice how we're just compact here. Bam. On that catch, we have two arms, just like the Phoenix Suns game. Again, it's just like what we saw from the Phoenix Suns. The Spurs fans know this. They saw it last year. Good second effort there. And we're seeing a lot of the same things, guys, as we see last year, right? This is the same clip here. The same things we saw in the Suns game and the same thing we saw last year. Just how collapsed are the Lakers defense when Victor has the ball and what action they're doing to stifle him. Let's take a look at this clip right here. Coming down this court here. Take a look at the Lakers. Lakers really good. Right here, Victor has the ball. Bam. Who's in the gap? Do they get in the gap here? Look, we get one step close to the gap here. Raven gets one step in the gap here. Aiton's on him. Aiton's on. They're going to take that shot. And you're okay with taking the shot, guys. How often are you guys going to say this? We would rather have Victor take 6-7 threes like that rather than the GOAT stuff he does in the paint. When he gets in the paint and the low paint and the mid-post area, he is just killing teams, but we saw him in the three-point land. He's not quite the shooter that really is making you really defend from out there so far in this career. We see a high ball screen right here. Take a look at it. Pass here. He's going to take this shot. He's going to settle here. Okay, he's going to not settle here. He's going to look at, space it up. And again, look at this. Clip it up. Watch the Lakers right here. Some people would say, oh, this is a zone. This is a zone. We talked about what the Lakers do with Anthony Edwards. I have the video down below as well. Look at the Lakers. They legit have 10 eyes on him, and Victor cannot really take 1-2 dribbles into the paint. They're collapsing on him if he does, and is making him settle for that perimeter shot. Look at this. Look at that stunt right there. Look at that stunt. Come back, and you're okay with this. If you're the Lakers, you're okay with this. If you're the Spurs, you want to see more movement, more action. I don't like how they were just stagnant, not getting into their point action, their flare action that we saw a little bit. That's RJ and Tim Legler. Okay, here we go. Victor has the ball here. With inverted ball screen here. Do they switch it? They show it. They're going to soft hedge it. Right here, he's on Bron. He's got to cook him, right? He's got to cook him. They're going to send a double team on him, of course. And Victor's going to fade away here. And that's a shot he can actually make and take, and you're okay with that. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. This is a switch here. You probably want to... teams in the preseason were soft hedging Giannis, him, Jokic, right? A soft hedge is like a quick show and come back, not really a hard hedge. But right here, where this happens, you know the double team's coming. But Victor is someone who he should pass the double team really well, and he should elevate with the double team, and that's his spot there. That Tim Duncan bank-esque. We're okay with that. And if you're the Lakers, you're okay with that. You just want to push him out a little bit, so that shot is probably 2 feet out, right? Again, the farther away you get him from the mid-post, low-post area, the happier you are. Right here, we're going to set a ball screen for Castle here. We're going to try to. Right here, we have a younger defender, smaller defender on him. How are you going to defend him here? This is tough. 1-2 dribble. He's going to get to a spot. Do you collapse? Do the Lakers collapse here? They do a little bit with a late show there, but you want to see him go a little bit. That's a tough contest to get it. But what you want to see here, guys, is a little bit more congestion here, a little bit when he takes it, because Victor... We've seen him in the preseason with the Spurs video is that like 1-2 dribble, he can get to a shot and elevate it. That's one of his biggest improvements this year is elevating on his jump shots. But the Lakers are okay with that. And I don't know about you guys, but I love these blobs here where you have slip action right here that we saw right here. Take a charge there. Very good. Waiting for him. That might be an offensive foul. And it is an offensive foul. But I like blobs where, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like we have a back screen pressuring the rim, then like a double screen or single screen coming out to the corner wing. I think we're going to see a lot more of that like we did last year. But right here, good little slip here, and they're waiting for him a little bit with Castle. And again, the Spurs don't have the best three-point shooting yet around Victor. They're still developing him, or they're getting the pieces there. So it's not like the Spurs are going to be a top 5 team from 3, right, guys? So it's nice to see him. What actions can we run? We look at the Spurs preseason offense. What other actions? This is very good. Look at this. That's what you want to see from Wembanyama, guys. Give it to him. Give it to the big fella. Give it to the big fella. Are you going to turn around and fade? Nope. He's going to show the dream, and then look at that. Loses the ball there, but that's okay. We like that so far. Look how active the Lakers are, though. Look how active the Lakers are. Let's take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this. Ready? First of all, Rui's doing a good job just trying to get 2 hands on him, trying to be aggressive here. Victor get in that post position. Okay, he likes this. We've seen him do a lot of different things here, right, guys? We've seen him take a lot of shots from here. 1-2 dribble pull-ups, 1-2 dribbles to the rim here. But look at this. Bam. not only do we have Bronny helping out, right, but we have Hayes in kind of like that gap defense, right? We have Rui right here, and just making it difficult for him. Sorry about that. Making it difficult for him, just giving up there. And again, look at that. Just Bronny, very good at being quick there. Sorry about that, guys. Very good at being quick there, just getting to the ball and getting active. That's very good there in terms of making it so he's not playing in space, right, guys? One thing we saw with the Suns against other teams that make sure Victor doesn't play in space, because when he plays in space, he's just too dang good to do a lot of things here. He's going to pop out here, and will he settle it for it, guys? Will he settle for the three? Pump fakes here. That's difference from his game. Pump fake coming up there. Very good. He's going to elevate here. You can't take a charger because it's way too late. And Victor is going to slam it down. This is why he's going to be an all-time great, guys, if he's healthy. Right there. I don't care who you are. I'm not a Spurs fan, not a Lakers fan. I don't care. But look at this. This is just how he's smart, guys. This is his second, third year. This is a young guy in his career. And look what he does here, guys. Look what he does here. Last year, how often would he have settled for the shot? Probably over half the time, right? But this year he's worked with KG, worked with Olajuwon. Guys have gotten in here. Look at this. Pump fake, get him high on the air. You shouldn't be falling for that, but he does. 1-2 dribble, go to the rim, and you know it's lights out, baby. He's going to freaking slam it on your face because he is one. He is the king of the Spurs, and not only that, maybe the NBA if he continues to develop. We'll take a look at the next stat. And again, you shouldn't be pump fake there. Okay, look how guys are defending him, though, right? It's almost like Dirk Nowitzki. If you're a big Mavs fan, notice how, like, Dirk Nowitzki with Bruce Bowen, if you're a Spurs fan, you know this, you would really get smaller guys in him and just, like, hound him, right? And that's just something that we saw a little bit of it. And you guys just say, well, what the heck are you showing me? Look at this. He has the ball here. We're in gap, and I know we're in gap defense, right? We talked about Portland. Portland's more aggressive. A lot of teams play in the gap, right? But again, Spurs are probably going to play gap because they're not the greatest three-point shooting team so far. They're streaky here, and Luka's going to let him take the shot. Of course, Suarez Castle, he can make it, but he's not consistent. But notice how Victor has the ball here. We're just kind of like on him, right? We're kind of on him. We didn't see this earlier in the regular season. Dallas did in the first half a little bit. Preseason teams were just kind of giving him a step here, but teams are more pressuring him a little bit more sometimes in the perimeter, and we're seeing that happen. Of course, Luka's going to give Castle that shot here. Wemby's going to crash it, as he probably should. Most teams would send that guy back there, but he's going to crash here, and he's going to come in, try to dunk that. Kind of a tough move for him. But again, notice how teams are gap heavy, and that's not just Victor, right? Guys like Anthony Edwards, and you have other guys like Shea. You kind of try to gap him up, right? And kind of stifle him, not give him a lot of space to maneuver around, because that's kind of your MO, right? You don't want them to drive. You don't want them to get in the paint, easy layups, right? It's just something in the NBA, college. It's just what the defense you have. Let's take a look at this. We're going down here. We're going down to what are we doing here? Yep. Right down 2 seconds. Yep. This is like the Villanova play, if you guys know that. Loses his footing right here. Block. Very good. This is something I'm surprised more NBA teams don't do. This is a flip trail. We saw this Villanova do this at the NC. We call this all the time. Flip trail action. And this is very good. But notice how he has this right here. We're in collapse, but look at how quick we're just collapsing, guys. I want to show you guys, look at how we're just collapsing in the paint, just making sure, hey, listen, we are just really making a concentrated effort of just making sure we don't have an open path for Victor. Let's take a look at our next possession here. Very good game. I think the refs called a lot of fouls here. Pop out here. We're going to pop out here. Okay, what do we have here, guys? We're going to do an inverted ball screen for Victor. That's fine. He's going to try to get some space here. Very good by Victor. You want to see him take that first step more here, not to the side, though, right? You want to see him more attack like Dončić, get more attack-heavy oriented, but that's okay. This is how the Lakers are defending him. Then we're going to have a switch. But it's not really going to have a switch because, like, Luka's going to have help, right? Look at this. Luka's going to have Hachimura's here. Look at this. And I talked about this for like Kurt Rambis, like for longtime Laker fans. Kurt Rambis used to do this for the Phil Jackson team, and he's going to settle here for this shot, right? Because the rotation was there, so he didn't have an open rim, and he settled for that. But again, let's take a look at this if you guys didn't miss it. We have this ball screen happen, right? But watch what Rui does here. He's going to come over here, and he's just going to like shade that side. He's going to shade that side, because that is what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to stifle him. We're trying to make it so he's not creating a lot of space. And again, you would rather have Victor shoot threes or shoot pull-ups, because even though his pull-up is a lot better than last year, it's something you're not getting completely dominated in the paint, in the mid-paint area with him. Doing all that stuff. So let's go take a look at this. Dončić. Victor has the ball here. Let's go down here. Would have liked to see more point action, right? Right here in transition. You're very tough. And that's just, guys, you've got to stop ball, right? If you guys played like JV varsity ball, it's like stop ball, stop ball, stop ball. So what stop ball means just like get to the ball there. And this is a poor possession because what should happen here is I know Barnes has been one of the better 3-point shooters for the Spurs. You still got to gap it up, right? You still got to gap it up. Dončić doesn't want any piece of that. Dončić does not want any piece of that. He tried to, couldn't get there. And Victor with a good smooth. And that's him just not settling, understanding attack and transition. I talked about the Spurs getting involved in the half court more with just like the 2-man, 3-man point action we talked about, but that's something that I think we're going to see more and more of the Spurs just really play more in transition, which they have been actually speed-wise compared to last year. This year, they're playing more in pace. Again, let's take a look at this. Victor, bottom of screen here. Look at this. They're down here. Marcus Smart's going to go here, but take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. They're just making things difficult here for Victor. Look how he tried to shove in the mid-post. We wanted to go out in the shove post, right? But look at Aiden. He's just got to stop there, get him body up here, and just be more aggressive here. He has the ball in the mid-post here. What are the Lakers going to do here? Are they going to crowd him? They're going to stunt on him? What are they going to do here? Look at this. Look at the review here. Absolutely going to stunt there. Look at him stunting there. We're stunting here. We're gapping up. Victor gets hurt a little bit, but look at this gap here. We're just making it so they're just gap heavy, making it so when he puts the ball on the floor here, we're really going to try to attack it. We're really going to try to make a space here. And again, I would like to see Mitch and the Spurs run more in the San Antonio Spurs offense, linked it down below, more 3-man actions, point actions, more actions like that. He can get to the mid-post, but run some horn stuff for him, right, out of formation. Run that point action out of formation here. Nice little ball screen into a side screen here, action here. Take a look here. Might be trying to run point here, but they're going to try right there. Yep. Almost point action, but they're just going to really not do anything out of it. Right here, I'd like to see more movement here. I mean, the Lakers are just too... Look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm going to pause this video right here. Hopefully, you guys are looking at this. Look at the purple jerseys. And again, this is how the Lakers do with Anthony Edwards. They're doing it with Victor. They're going to do it with key targets. Notice how they just really load up defensively. Notice how low defensively they're going to come out here. They're going to attack it. And Victor makes a solid read there. But again, this is very, very good by the Lakers, and they do this with a lot of different teams, right? A lot of different teams here. Just a lot of different teams here. I would just like to see this, though. I know this is a defense video, but like if you're the Spurs, this is what I'd like to see here. Let's get into our point action, right? When we make this pass here, let's go point over the top. Let's either set a screen down here, go over the top and go point over the top, set a screen for Barnes here. Barnes could have cut here as well. Point away where pass to the high post, creates a down screen here for Vassell, or they can double screen away here while we have a pop here. And again, the Spurs don't have great 3-point shooter, but like a fucking nice little action would have helped. A lot of action would have helped here, guys. A lot of action would have helped here. And again, look at this. Very crowding, getting after it. It's very good here. Let's take a look here. Got some flare action here. Lakers been doing a lot of 5-out, 4-out flares here that I really like. I'll get into that video later. Let's take a look at this video here, guys. Coming up here, bam, bam, bam. Get after it, very good. Where are we at here, guys? Look at this. Vanderbilt is a matchup the Lakers are okay with. I'm going to set this up here. They can switch that with 8 in there. Look at this, guys. Take a look at this, guys. Look at how aggressive they are with Victor. They're making him get the ball outside here, right? And you're okay with this. There's 12 seconds left. Out, okay with this. Gonna pump fake here, but again, and look at this gap. He's gonna be in the gap here. Connect. Gonna be in the gap here. Look at these guys gapped up and settling for Victor, taking these shots here. Again, this is just something that if you're the Spurs, you know you're not as dangerous when Victor has to have a lot of the offense in his way. You want to see guys helping him out a little bit, but again, he's trying to do it all with these possessions, but the Lakers are stifling. They're getting collapsed on him. Very, very good by the Lakers. Take a look at this possession here again. This is all Victor's possessions here. To the ball screen here. They're going to switch this, and they're okay. They're okay with switches because they're going to have help here, right? They're going to help here. You can help off non-shooters here, right? Look at this. Bam. Right here. Freeze frame it. You guys see the help here. You see the help here. Bam. Where we at here? Settle up here. And in this right here, we talked about this in the Victor highlight video. Was he balanced here, guys? When he took this shot, was he balanced to go straight up? No, he was fading away a little bit. Took that. We want to see him go straight up, but not really fade away. He can make this shot, right? But you want to see him more just solid, more straight up. He could take that shot. He's done take that shot before, but we want to see it more straight up. And again, a lot of stagnation by the Spurs, right? Unlike we saw in the preseason where they were moving a little bit more, getting after it. Coming up here for a ball screen mid-post area. Come off it. Going to roll it. Very good. Try to get the low post here. Again, look at this. Bam. They're just collapsing. Why are they collapsing? Again, hopefully there's not Spurs fans going to get upset when I say Fox isn't going to help the three-point spacing. I'm sorry, Fox is not going to help the three-point spacing. I'm going to say that right now. He is not a guy who's ever shot 38% from three off a whole season. He's someone that's going to have to help. And look at this right here. Take a look at this, guys. We have it right here. Bam, we're going to double him a little bit. Might have been a little bit of a flop here, but again, look at this. Look at this. Going to catch it here. We can sag off the Spurs because they're not a great three-point shooting team. We have it right here, bam, and we're collapsing it. But look at these guys. They're already moving into the paint area, right? They're moving into the paint area, and then we have that there. Again, was that a flop, not a flop? I'll let you guys decide. Never jump to pass, guys, but unless you're Luka, Dončić, Steve Nash, or in the NBA. Right here, very good action. Again, in transition is very good. I think attacking Lakers defense in transition is good here. Again, look at this, guys. Look at this. Was he balanced? I talked about this in my Victor Wembanyama highlight reel from a couple of weeks ago, that video made. Was he balanced? He's coming up here. He's still turning. He's not set up here. He's fading away here. He's going to get better at making these shots. When he does, it's going to be game over. But right now, it's tough shots for him to make. He's going away. He's fading away. It's tougher, but the Lakers are crowding him, guys. How many times did I say that? Lakers are crowding him, crowding him, crowding him. Take a look right here. Ball here. And again, they're making early contact with him, getting after it. Doubles here. Again, just making it difficult on him. Making it difficult on him and crowding him. That's the name of the game, guys. That's just the name of the game. Make contact early. Make him play without space. Contact early, play without space. Right here, he's trying to get post up here. Right here, look at this. Literally, look at this. Guys, take a look at this. Fox is not going to save this. He's going to help a lot in terms of slashing, in terms of setting up the offense, getting other. But if you're not going to run anything, what else is there? This is something that the Spurs have got to realize. How can we space out the floor? If we can't space out, we got to get more double screens, got to get more slashing, more curls to the screen. So Victor is more of a pass-first player in these sets. We have cutters going on because he could always post it whenever he wants here. Gets over there, and that's a bad pass here. But again, we want to see this. We want to see more movement from the Spurs, but look at the Lakers. This is just really good. The Lakers, bam. Pass happens, bam. We're in here. We're just making it difficult. And again, it's just tough. We're here. Over here, we're going to set a down screen here. Sometimes he'll post up from the high post here. Very good. Let's cut off this. Let's go. I want to see the Spurs move out of this, but again, go point away action. Point over the top, point away here. Two hands on it. By the way, in college, I don't know about this in the NBA, but I thought in the NBA if you have two hands on the defender, it's a foul. But I've seen a lot of that go away this year, so that's fine. Yep. But they're being aggressive, though. Two hands on him, very aggressive. Look at Victor, just trying to get space here, be physical here, make contact. He's trying to pivot off his foot, by the way. When you guys see Victor do this, right? He's trying to pivot so it's like he gets position there, right? So he gets in here, set a screen here, and he should pivot off it, and his legs should whip over him so he has his defender on his back, right? And he does a decent job there. He gets it right there. And again, look at this. Look at this. I know you guys are probably annoyed at me doing this, but guys, this is just what it is. Victor's going to see this, and it's not just him. Other teams will see it. But again, all right, we got some cutting here. Very good. Okay. He's going to try to make a move here. He's going to settle. Yep, we knew that was coming, and he can make this. And again, this is something that he's only going to get better and better with, right? So right here, this is very good. And again, should make a little jab here, going to the KG era. 1-2. Blow. We saw this in the preseason. He's going to do that a lot, but that's an okay shot. He's going to make that a lot, but this year, but he's going to be even better at it as the years progress. Right here, bam. Look how we're not catching the mid-post area. We're pushing him out. We're getting him out there. Bam. Getting out there. Very good. This is exactly what he wanted to be. J.J. Redick and the staff loves this. They're all loving it. Right here, look at this. Gap, gap, gap. It's almost like we talked about this. It almost looks like a zone. It's not a hybrid defense. But look, he's going to go right there. Very good. Gets over there, and he can make that play right there easily. But again, Ainge should probably gap it up a lot more, even though Barnes is a good three-point shooter for the Spurs. Notice how when he has where he's catching the ball, what's happened before he catches the ball and where he's catching the ball at, and how much space does he have. Down by one, Spurs should be running something really good here. Down by one, the Spurs should be running something good, not just an isolation. All right, we're going to drive it here. And the Lakers right here. Okay, Victor Wembanyama is wide open here. And he comes out there. He's going to drip and grind. Look at this early help here. Try to get for the drive here. Gets it. Foul here. And you should know this. They're hunting for this a lot. Probably in the scouting report. When he's going right, he's going to drive it here. Let's take a look at this one more time. He has it here. Look at the early rotation. Comes over there. And again, catches the ball here. They know he's decking it. And look at this. They're just going to come over here, and they're shading over there. Kurt Rambis used to do this all the time, the shade early. Come over here, he's going to shade over here. Going to try to take a charge here. And Victor should see this coming now, and his counter is going to be take another dribble here, and he's definitely athletic enough and wiry enough to attack the defender as he sees more fit. And that's it, guys. Again, if you like what you see, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you guys want to. And as always, keep your sights on basketball vision.